Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students of grade 6, I hope you're enjoying your vacation. I hope everything is okay. This is supposed to be the third video this week. And it's also about something to revise, to refresh our memories. It was in Unit 3. Unit 3, I want everyone to open their language books. Unit 3, page 27. Language books, page 27. We are going to describe one of the most complicated grammar rules we've had since the beginning of this year, but it's not that complicated when I explain it, inshallah, and it's also it will not also be complicated if we have examples for it. And I said it's complicated because we've never had this rule before. Not in grade 5, not in any grade, as far as I know. Adjectival phrases. You know the phrase. We've already described the phrase, but this is a type of phrase which is called the adjectival phrase. Okay? So what's the adjectival phrase? What are the adjectival phrases? From its name, adjectival, and this is how it's pronounced, it means that it has an adjective, right? So these are some of the things you should know about the adjectival phrases. They are group of words. Of course, it's a phrase, so it's a group of words. It cannot be one word. It cannot be one word. They have to have adjectives. Since they are adjectival phrases, that means adjectives have to be included, right? They describe nouns and pronouns. They describe nouns and pronouns. So this is basically the function of an adjective. An adjective describes noun or pronoun, right? And one last thing to be aware of is that the adjectives could initiate the phrase, conclude the phrase, or appear in the middle. What does this mean? The adjectives, I hope the camera covers this part of the board. The adjectives could initiate the phrase. Everyone say initiate. Initiate. When you initiate something or something initiates something else, it starts with it. It begins with it. So in the phrase, the adjectival phrase, we can find the adjectives at the beginning. They could initiate the phrase. Conclude the phrase. Conclude from conclusion, and you know what conclusion means, right? Say conclusion, everyone. Conclusion. That means it's at the end, totally the opposite, right? Initiate, conclude. Beginning, the end. So you can find the adjective at the end of the phrase, right? Not at the beginning. Or appear in the middle. In all positions of a sentence, you could find the phrase, you could find the adjective, and you have to find the adjectives. Otherwise, they wouldn't be called adjectival phrase, would they? So they could come at the beginning, they could come in the middle, or they could come at the end of a phrase. This is the adjective, right? Got the points? If you memorize these points, it'll be easier to know the adjectival phrase. They are a group of words. They have to have adjectives. They describe nouns and pronouns. The adjectives could initiate the phrase, conclude the phrase, or appear. Appear, you know what appear means? If something appears, it shows, right? It manifests. It's there. You can see it. Or appear in the middle of a sentence. All right, let's have some examples so they should be more clear. Fond of steak. Repeat after me. Fond of steak. Fond of steak. Very happy. Very happy. Quite upset about. Quite upset about. Extremely menacing eyes. Extremely menacing eyes. A sleeveless shirt. A sleeveless shirt. Meaningless letters. And is gorgeous. Remember, all the description of the adjectival phrase apply here. First of all, they cannot make sense on their own. They have to be linked with a sentence, right? We don't have a verb here, and all of them have adjectives. And what else? What else? They describe nouns and pronouns. Fond of steak. You know what steak? Piece of meat, right? Piece of fried meat. If you are fond of steak, you like steak. And you can say, I am fond of steak. Means I like steak. Very happy. Very easy, very simple. He is very happy. The girl is very happy. This is how we make a sentence from a phrase. Quite upset about. Quite upset about something. Quiet here does not mean quiet as in, the opposite of loud. It means very. Quiet here means very. And I want you to point to the adjectives. Fond of steak. Where is the adjective? It cannot be steak, right? And certainly it cannot be of. So it's fond is our adjective. Very happy. Where's the adjective? Very good. Happy. Quite upset about. Quite upset about. Where's the adjective? Excellent. Up. That the adjectives can initiate the sentence, as we said here, come at the beginning. Conclude the phrase, sorry, the phrase, not the sentence. Conclude the phrase, come at the end. Quite upset about, or appear in the middle of the phrase. Yeah? Extremely menacing eyes. Something is extremely, something is very, right? Menacing means terrifying, right? Something looks at you with menacing eyes, with terrifying eyes. You can be scared of it. Extremely menacing eyes. Sleeveless shirt. Just a shirt. This is not a shirt, this is a t-shirt. Imagine you have a shirt but sleeveless. Those who like to flex their muscles sometimes wear such shirts, don't they? A sleeveless shirt. Meaningless letters. Letters that do not have any meaning and is gorgeous. Okay? She looked at me with extremely menacing eyes. I saw a guy wearing a sleeveless shirt. He sent me meaningless letters, and that girl's hair is gorgeous. Done with this examples? Let's do exercise 2. Alright, we're done with exercise 1. I want you to go to exercise 1. Choose the best adjectival phrase to complete each sentence. We did this. Everyone repeat after me. Strange and eerie. As sharp as knives. Our guide from Finland. Hard and armor-like. Loud and terrifying. Young and handsome. Deep and dark. And 10 times as big as a normal crocodile. Remember exercise 1? We did it, right? We said the light that surrounded us was, number 1, A, strange and eerie. 2, the turtle's shell was D, remember, hard and armor-like. 3, hands, C, was very brave. Young and handsome, C is what? Our guide from Finland, right? 4, the creature's claws were B, right? As sharp as knives. And 5, the C was G, deep and dark. And 6, the huge crocodile, H, 10 times as big as a normal crocodile, came towards us. 7, the monster made a dash noise, E, loud and terrifying noise. And the final, the last one, number 8 in exercise 1, is Harry was F, young and handsome. We did this together. Now, let's go to exercise 2. He stared at me with eyes like fire. I made an example for with eyes like fire. All of you did it. All of you did it, and I think I checked some of your notebooks. I'm not sure all the notebooks, but some of them. Right? With eyes like fire, this is our phrase. Adjectival phrase. So, we can say, He stared at me with eyes like fire. What about long and curly? Linda's hair is long and curly, with a voice as loud as a thunder. As loud as thunder. Example, with a voice as loud as thunder, the lion roared at us. You remember the lion's roar? Very loud sound, as loud as thunder. So they describe the sound of the lion. Or, taller than a house. Taller than a house. This is deep. Right? I said that peach tree outside is taller than a house. You know the peach, right? You know peach is a type of fruit. Yeah. 5. I said I was tired and happy on my sister's wedding day. I was tired but happy. And the last one, sharp and pointed. I couldn't find space here. I didn't want to write it here. Sharp and pointed. The knife in your house is sharp and pointed. This is the end of the lesson. We talked about the adjectival phrases. We described what they are. We made examples, and I solved exercise 2 here. You've already done with the exercises. You can just go back and review them. Okay? And that's it. See? It's not complicated anymore. It's easy. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Do your homeworks, do your classworks, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.